Hello and welcome back to A Shitload of Things Come At Me and Drop a Lot of Power-Ups. The movie, the game. Okay, well, we can deal with all this, but it's a little off-putting the way they're throwing things at us like this, and they're even playing the music from Gradius 1 when you fight a big core. I'm sure that means nothing whatsoever, and we're not actually going to fight a big core right now. Oh, of course. He's got one new trick up his sleeve. That. Okay. That's it. That's all. Other than that, same basic idiot. Shoot lasers into his thing and destroy the core. What's that? Weird that they put a boss right there. I mean, what's up with that? Onto the level, I guess. Oh, okay. We got the brain boss from Life Force now. What is this? Life Force ain't Gradius. It's kind of like Gradius, but it ain't Gradius. You might as well just throw Ishikawa Goemon at us. Come on! Look at him with his eyeball and his arms. This is ridiculous. Get the hell out of here, you brain. Gosh. I can't believe you, Konami. I can't believe you would do this. Can we get on with the level now? I mean, that's 2 bosses in a row. Oh, come on! Alright, this is no longer a coincidence. This is no longer a coincidence here. This is 3 bosses in a row. This is some sort of rush of bosses. I don't know what you would call that sort of thing, but that's what's happening right now. I don't get it. And he's got these spindly little wet noodle mechanical arms that if they hit me, they would kill me instantly and make me start the game all over because Gradius syndrome. And that would make me very sad. For reasons I've probably already enumerated or will enumerate in the future. But luckily, the options can just sneak in there and blow it up with the spread bombs. Gotta love the spatial awareness. Perfect. Oh, come on. The final boss of Life Force is in this thing, too. And he's demoted from being a final boss to just some normal-ass mook coming at me, along with 3 other cronies. And not only that, he had a big, cool snake in Life Force. Now all he's doing is shooting space lightning and bubbles. Bubbles! What is this? Bubbles! How do you demote a guy like this? I don't understand it. I honestly don't understand it. It's ridiculous. It's silly, but he's dead again. And the little power bar disappears. Now we've got ourselves a real boss. Okay. That's 5 bosses. 5 of the friggers. Alright. Are you just gonna stand there and look pretty, or are you gonna let me hit you? Yeah. I get it. You can spin and you can move. Oh, okay, thank you. So you're just gonna shield yourself half the time and shoot missiles at me. Okay, that's great. That's great. That's fine. I can do that. I can deal with that. I can weave. I got weaving skills for days. Thank you very much. Get out of here. On to the next stage, please. Of course, we got more of this power-up nonsense, but I don't need no power-ups. I'm pretty much fully supercharged already. I mean, the only part I would need power-ups on is if I died, but I don't think that's going to happen. I hope that's not going to happen. Even though I did, they're giving me a lot of cool things. I could at least get like my speed up a bit, and maybe a laser. Maybe even a shield if I really wanted one. That's pretty nice. So this stage is kind of modeled after the final stage of the original Gradius. For those of you keeping score at home, the final stage of the original Gradius is awful. It had a lot of turrets on the ceiling shooting a multitude of bullets at you. And these things that spawn out of nowhere, except there were a lot more of them. This is more tolerable than the original Gradius' final stage. I'll give it that. It's more tolerable. But it's still a little bit of a bastard. And I am not the fondest of it. But it'll be over quick, I think. I mean, the main problem with that stage in the original Gradius is, well, you had to fight tooth and nail to get there to begin with, and well, if you died, yeah, you were pretty much boned. That was it. No coming back. No take-backs. None of that shit. You were just out of here. But now we get a little more interesting. High-speed section. Now, I've got a mixed opinion on this. On one hand, it's exciting, it's fun, it's got great music, and it looks really cool. On the other, again, if you die here, you just don't have a way to beat it reliably. I mean, okay. Losing all your firepower, that's one thing. But the way how you lose your speed, and that would totally make you too slow to deal with the fast scrolling that it expects of you, that's not cool. That's just not friggin' cool, Konami. I understand this was an arcade game first, and its mentality was, suck the quarters out of every youth. Give me the money. But really, it's just saddening. As much as I like this game, the Gradius syndrome is horseshit. It's a holdover from an era when they demanded to shake you down for quarters by making the game hard as fuck. And it's not a hard as fuck that's exactly earned. It's a bit weird in that respect. Dying shouldn't punish you that severely, but then again, it was an arcade game and it was effective in that regard. But this is a home port. You already laid down your $50 or whatever. And your reward is getting your shit kicked in and feeding it more virtual quarters. In fact, it doesn't even let you feed that many virtual quarters in before it says, game over, fully restart from the beginning. I don't know. This is part of why I don't like shmups that much. They're a little too punchy. I've played some good ones. Recently, I've played Toho Perfect Cherry Blossom, which you intrepid idiots probably can see on the side. Probably. I don't know if it worked out like that, but probably. And, God, I played Crimson Clover. It's another good one. Axelay, which I've played on here before, is a Konami game after they got their shit together, so to speak, and realized that you don't have to make a shmup to kick your goddamn teeth in if you so much as die, and you can just make a fun and challenging video game. That's all you gotta do. I haven't even been talking about this goddamn section. It's pretty self-explanatory. Shoot, dodge, shoot, dodge. That's all you gotta do. Of course, this thing coming up is pretty cool, though. It's a nice effect. I'll give them that. A big, scary, walkie crab thing. It's intimidating, but all you gotta do is just park yourself, get in behind it, and shoot the living crap out of it. That's great. Okay, see? It's already dead. Alright. Perfect. Excellent. Way to go. Now we're on to the final stage, which just perfectly encapsulates all that bullshit talk I've been talking about. You'll see what I mean here. Gradius 1 did something like this, what this stage is about to do. But I do like the visual design of it. It's all brainy. Well, since I'm thinking of it, since you already threw half of the bosses of the goddamn game in here, it reminds me of the first stage of Life Force. And indeed, it does take a couple of cues from that. Kind of weird when you think about it. I mean, we gotta shoot through these, I don't know what the hell they are. Veins? Synapses? What the neurons? What the holy Christ are they? There they are. We gotta blow them up with lasers. So that's fine. Alright, so this upcoming moment kind of sucks. Also, I got 25 lives for some reason. How the hell did I get that? Okay. This kind of stinks. The way you gotta move through this thing, and if you don't do it right, you're dead. You're just dead. And then this! Okay, yeah, this is kind of crib from Life Force. It's a little scary, but you can make it. You can manage. But here's what sucks. Alright. So you usually hang back in these shmups. But if you don't hang back, you're dead! And you know what's really bad about that? That's it. This is the final boss right here. They literally just put a thing to kill you right at the end because they hate you. And they want to take your quarters, except we're playing on a home version. There's no goddamn quarters! Okay. But this is the final boss. And, yeah. That's it. It's just a face with brains. That's how these Gradius games work. Contra does this sort of thing, too. In some Contra games, at least. You got a defenseless idiot right at the end. Well, the heart in Contra was a little more defended than this. All he's got is bubbles. I mean, what's with final bosses of these shmups and having bubbles? Come on! Give me something a little more than that. Shoot lasers at your eyes. Jesus, have a snake man. Oh, no, be on. Well, he's dead. That's the end of Gradius 2. I beat the game. Let's enjoy a rigorous ending where we fly out of a tunnel and shit blows up. The end! Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not going to complain about that. Like these people who review these games on like GameFAQs or whatever, and they're like, graphics 9, gameplay 7, story 2. Like, who gives a rat's ass what the story to Gradius 2 is? You're a ship and you blow up other ships. Go to it. Why would you grade it on that? That's not what you're playing it for. I don't pick up this thing and think, oh boy, Gradius 2. I can't wait for the great story done by fucking, I don't know, H. Maizawa or Y. Warren Morimoto, who also did the sound design. They did a great bang-up job on the story. I don't care about that! God. I'm getting really angry right now. Well, I shouldn't be, because I beat the game. I don't know, I'm just using all this time to rant about some idiots. Thanks, God! Thanks! You're a real stand-up guy. Alright. Well, that's Gradius 2. It is a good game. It's a bit flawed, but then again, most Gradius games are, so keep that in mind. If you like Gradius, if you're interested in Gradius, you should give this one a shot, because it's one of the better ones, in my opinion. It's leagues better than Automedius Excellent! Oh, don't touch that. Don't ask me about that. Don't look what that is. Just stay in the dark. Stay in the dark, fly through space in your Vic Viper, have a good time. Are we done? Are you just gonna reach the end of the screen? Yeah, okay, this is a Konami game, I know. Alright, bye-bye, good night, have fun. See you later, everybody.